Hello there, this is the Bookkeeping Master. Welcome to another episode of this podcast. I hope everybody is doing well. The last couple of weeks have been very busy for me. Lots of limited company accounts and tax returns. Busier than normal. I don't know about other accountants in practice, other self-employed accountants, but it seems to come in waves. I seem to receive lots of sets of accounts in one go. I may have, say, 5 to 10 emails within a single week. Lots of people sending me their accounts ready for me to compile and do their tax returns. And then I may go a week or two where it goes a bit quieter, so it comes in waves. I went to AccountX in London last week, which was a lot of fun. If you've never been to AccountX or the equivalent in your country, like an accounting seminar, an accounting conference, I really suggest you do. It was really motivating. I did learn a lot, even the master myself. I learned a lot, and because I was in London and the conference finished 5-6 o'clock each day, I had the evening to myself to explore London and have a great time. I saw a couple of shows and ate lots of good food. But that's not why you're listening. My tips to becoming an outstanding accountant. This is applicable to bookkeepers, financial controllers, anyone working in accounting. So what are my tips to becoming an amazing accounting professional? My first tip is education. This was the start of my accounting journey, and without getting an education, and by education I mean a qualification in accounting, then my accounting journey would not have gone very far. It was the key to opening a job in accounting, and it really was the foundation of my accounting knowledge. So get an education if you don't have one already. I know there are many subscribers to my channel that work in accounting but don't have any official accounting qualifications. Get one. Even if it's something very basic, it makes you so much more attractive to employers. It fills in gaps in your knowledge, and it also gives you something to show off. It makes you feel good about yourself. You've educated yourself and you have a qualification to prove it. Once you have some sort of accounting qualification, don't stop there. If you can, get more qualifications. Build a strong structure based on good education, accounting qualifications. It's so much easier to get an education when you're younger. So it's much harder for me nowadays to study. My mind is not as sharp as it used to be. I'm busier than ever. So once you start having children, you own a home, you are married, all these things, it's so much harder to pursue an education. So if you can get it early on, I think that's best. But you're never too old. If you don't have any qualifications and you feel you are too old, that's probably incorrect. Go and get an education. My second tip, which kind of springboards off education, that is CPD, continuing professional development. Don't stop learning. Continue to progress. So CPD is education without the qualification. Generally, you can pursue CPD and it's not very costly. It doesn't take much of your time. It's a way to keep up to date with industry changes and just keep your mind refreshed and on the ball when it comes to accounting. So CPD things that I do, I attend seminars. I mentioned that I went to AccountX last week. It was so good. And as I mentioned, I learned things. for CPD, it was a great opportunity. If you feel you don't have the time to leave the office, then do webinars. These CPD webinars are often free or they cost very little. It's really important that you take a break from the usual and you focus on learning. Even if it's just reading some sort of finance or accounting book, ensure that you're pursuing CPD. So that's just 2 tips on how to become an outstanding accountant. If you do those 2 things, if you have an education, if you're pursuing CPD, you are heading in the right direction. Well done, you. If you're not doing either of those things, I strongly suggest you do get an education and pursue CPD. Tip 3. Know accounting software. Learn it inside and out. If you are in an employed position, then spend time learning the software that you're working on. Learn it extensively. Watch free videos online, tutorials on how to use the software, like the free videos and tutorials I have on my YouTube channel, the Bookkeeping Master. Play around on the software. If you're working for a small business, then you're even more at an advantage because the accounting software they're using, you can generally download at home for free or for a very small cost. QuickBooks, Sage, Xero, they all offer free trials. If they don't offer a free trial, then they'll offer like 90% off for the first 3 months or something like that. So you can get it at very little cost. And if you have a demo account, if you have like this dummy account that's not actually a real business, you can play around with the software, explore every page, click on every button, get to know the software as well as possible. One of my first accounting jobs was a bookkeeper. And many years ago, when I had a lot more hair, I was much younger than I am today, every business, pretty much every small business, used Sage 50 accounts or Sage Instant accounts, and both of those packages are very similar. And I learned Sage extensively. I clicked on every button. I got to know Sage so well in that 6 months of being a bookkeeper that my next job was a Sage trainer. I was able to train people on the software. So get to know accounting software. Once again, this will look great on your CV and it will open so many doors for you. Here's my next tip. Love it. Now, I'm in a really good position because I just love accounting. It doesn't matter what aspect of accounting, I love it. But I understand there are parts of accounting, bookkeeping or finance that some people don't love. So find what you love. It will make becoming an outstanding accountant so much easier. So it could be that you just love tax, or you love cost accounting, or you love bookkeeping. Do those things that you love and pursue those things that you love. If you don't love tax, if you don't love cost accounting, if you don't love bookkeeping, then don't pursue those things. Pursue the areas of accounting that you love. And it might not be tasks such as bookkeeping and cost accounting. It may be certain industries. It may be that you love accounting in the manufacturing sector or the service sector. Or it could be the size of the businesses that you're working with. I personally much prefer doing accounting for small businesses and helping small businesses, building a relationship with companies that have 1 or 2 directors. That's where my speciality lies because that's what I love. So find what you love in accounting and pursue that. Become an expert in that. Another accounting tip. Reconcile everything. If you want to become an outstanding bookkeeper, accountant, financial controller, then reconcile everything. Not just the bank accounts. Reconcile everything. The credit card accounts, the mortgage accounts, the loan accounts, the tax accounts. No one reconciles the tax accounts. Reconcile them. Reconcile supplier accounts and customer accounts. Run age debtors, run age creditors, spot anything that doesn't look right. Reconcile as much as possible. The accounts will look in much better shape and it'll be a great learning opportunity for you. Being an accountant or bookkeeper for a business or going for a job interview and being able to say, well, I reconcile the wages control account and the PAYE account and I reconcile the corporation tax account. I can reconcile everything. It sounds amazing, and it is amazing. Here we go. Here's another one. Streamline as much as possible. With AI taking over, with accounting software now bog standard, you should be able to streamline many bookkeeping tasks and many accounting tasks. Gone are the days where you have a pile of invoices on your desk and you manually put them onto Excel or some sort of accounting package. If that's you, that needs to change. You can automatically upload invoices from an email to accounting software. You can import transactions such as invoices into accounting software. You should be able to streamline these things. There's very little time involved. The same with bank reconciliations. Gone are the days where you'd have a bank statement, you check that against the accounting software and tick off line by line. That shouldn't really exist anymore. You should be able to have some sort of banking feed, have bank rules in place, and a bank reconciliation should be nice and simple. If it's not, if these are still mammoth tasks, then I'm being bold by saying you are not an outstanding accountant yet. Amazing accountants streamline as much as possible. They automate as much as possible. Outstanding accountants also ensure that there's documentation for everything, that their clients, work colleagues are keeping receipts for every purchase, that invoices and statements are filed accurately. Outstanding accountants also spend time with other accountants, or at least other people in the finance and accounting profession. Going back to Accountex, which I attended last week, doing those things, going to conferences, going to seminars, will help you spend time with accountants, other people in the accounting industry. If you do have an accounting qualification, you may be a member of an accounting body. Those bodies often have events that you can attend. Spend time with other accountants. Only last week when I was in London, there were two people on the Underground, the subway, and they were chatting and they both worked in banking and they were sharing ideas and helping each other with their problems. Spending time with other accountants is a great way to indirectly fulfill your CPD. You will talk about accounting, you will talk about changes that are being made, you can ask for help. And that brings me on to my last point. Outstanding accountants ask for help. Even me, the Bookkeeping Master. Sometimes I come across things and I just don't understand it. Perhaps I'm working with an industry that I'm unfamiliar with, or some sort of tax complication that I haven't dealt with before or haven't dealt with for a very long time. If that is you, ask for help. Do not guess. ask for help, do your research, find someone that does understand these things and get them to explain it to you. That's what amazing accountants do. Thanks so much for listening to another episode of this podcast. If it's useful and you're on YouTube, please leave a comment below, and I'll speak to you in another episode.